What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Nick with Leverage Media, and welcome to another episode of Path to a Million podcast. Today, I want to talk to you about how to have a successful associate relationship experience as the business owner themselves. So this would probably also work for if you're an associate to have a good experience, but you would need someone else to do these things in order for it to be helpful. So I just did an interview earlier today with Dr. Malcolm Rudd with the Remarkable Practice. He actually is my associates coach, and we'll talk a little bit about outside training here in a little bit. But I just think he does such a great job with his own associates. He said he's had over 27 associates in his career. He does a great job training other offices associates. And so he had shared really the 5 things that he thinks are the most important in terms of having a successful associate relationship or experience. So I wanted to share those with you, and be sure to check out that full interview. Like I said, he's had a lot of experience with associates. He's had, I think, 4 or 5 different offices, some of which he never adjusted a patient in. So lots of good information in there if you're trying to really scale beyond yourself. So let's get into it. So the top 5 things. So number 1 is really finding the right fit for what it is that you want. So there's all types of different associate relationships or situations, and you have to make sure that it's a win-win for both. If you are in the kind of the winter season of practice, and you're looking to retire and you're looking to sell it to someone, bringing in someone who wants to be a caretaker associate and wants to be an employee for a long time would not be a good fit. But vice versa, if you wanted to have an associate for the next 20 years that allows you to be a little bit more free from the practice of the day-to-day treating of patients, it doesn't make a lot of sense to bring someone in who's a gunner who's looking to open their own place inside of 12 months. So Malcolm talked about different testing mechanisms that he uses, and he really uses data and science to try to find people that are the right fits for what he's looking for. So be sure that you are upfront. I've hired different types of associates for different types of situations. When I sold my first practice, I hired an associate specifically with the intention of selling it to him. And that's why he took the position, because it was a 1 to 3 year thing. We set a agreed upon price at an agreed upon, level of visits. He could choose to buy it at that price at any point along the way. And he actually chose to buy it early, and still has the practice doing great. And so it was a win-win. Number 2 is compensation, making sure that you have the right type of compensation for the right type of person. So again, there's different personality types. And if you've got someone who is, a business builder who's going to be out and doing things in the community and getting lots of new patients in the office or through the door for the office, you're going to want to compensate those people in a way that's going to motivate them to always want to be doing that. And that usually comes with a lower guarantee or a lower base with a higher upside. Now, if it's more of a caretaker type associate and they, are just really want to be focused on delivering great care, maybe don't even want to be a part of the day 1, day 2 process. Maybe they don't want to, go out and do screenings or do talks or do content or whatever the strategy is that you're going to have to grow the practice in terms of attraction. They may not want to do that. They also may want stability and just be more of a guaranteed type salary. So those people may have a higher base, but may have a lower ceiling in terms of, if they really knock it out of the park, they may not be able to make as much as that business builder might be. But you want to find that right fit for that right type of person. Number 3 is going to be the onboarding process. So, the first 30 to 90 days, I think, are the most important when it comes to really setting your associate up for success. but also entering into the right, expectations and agreements with that associate on what is it that you are wanting to get out of the relationship and what they're wanting to get out of the relationship. So being really upfront with that and having that conversation early, and then making sure that they understand how the office works so that they're not trying to, figure it out on the fly or make up their own rules and creating confusion for staff, with patients and just with the office as a whole. So that 30 to 90 days is just really important to, spend a lot of time with them, make sure that they understand the fundamentals, make sure that they understand the systems. And if you have the type of practice where people, go back and forth between doctors, be sure that it's a consistent experience for the patient. Number 4 is going to be training. And this includes inside training, meaning you within the office training the doctor. And then what I had talked about earlier with Dr. Malcolm is outside training. So he had a phrase that I liked, you can't be a prophet in your own house. And I think it's important for you to be doing the training with the doctor so that they understand like the way that you are wanting things done. But getting outside coaching for the associate, whether it be adjusting, whether it's the day 1, day 2 process, if you're in a coaching program like TRP, getting that advanced coaching from somebody who's a coach within the system instead of it just coming from you. I think that is such a great way to do it. It's been a big help for my associate. He's coached with Dr. Fred DiDomenico and with Dr. Malcolm. And both times he's really grown as a communicator and as a doctor under both of their tutelage. So sometimes that gets kind of left. Not only do we not, as a profession, not train our associates as well, like as the main doctor, the owner ourselves, but very few associates that I see get training by coaches outside of the office. And I think it's a great way to help them kind of expand beyond maybe what you could even train them on. And then last is guardrails and discipline. So, making sure that they know what they can and can't do. What are the rules of the practice? What are the rules of how they should be executing their jobs? And then if they don't live up to the expectations and agreements that you came to in the beginning, that there is discipline, that they know that they can't just do whatever it is that they want to do. And I think that is, good for really any employee. But I think that people like to have structure. I think they like to have, rules that they understand, like what is the limit that you can go. And if you go, and it's important that, for the culture of the team, that if somebody doesn't play within those rules and those guardrails, that there is discipline. I've had situations in the past in my practice where certain rules, maybe didn't apply to this person or that person. And it started to just create a problem in terms of culture, and you just don't want to go down that path. So it's really important, especially as an associate doctor, they play such an important role in the practice, that it's important that not only are they following the rules, but they set good examples for everybody else. So those are the top 5 things that we talked about today. I thought it was, like I said, I thought it was a great interview. I think that if you're looking to expand and add on associates, or maybe you've had some associates in the past and they haven't gone as well as you would like, I think these tips would help, and that interview would be a great one for you to listen to. So let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you on the next one.